Hello and welcome to Amazons et al. With me, Aisha Umar Yusuf. Our guest today is a thoroughbred academic, a professor of finance. She had spent almost 2 decades in the world of government parastatals before moving headlong into academia. This great intellectual, widely traveled and well connected to other global players, is the first professor of finance to be appointed by the university she serves. With lots of research to her credit and thousands of graduate and undergraduate students to tutor, our guest nevertheless finds time to pursue her philanthropic work through a family NGO dedicated to helping the poor in the society. Do remain with us after this short break in order to meet her. You are welcome to Amazons et al. Professor Maryam Abdu.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Okay. You have obviously risen high in life, being a professor of finance and head of its department at the Kaduna State University. But can you go back a little and tell us about your early life?
Well, I had a childhood. I grew up both in Nigeria and abroad. So I started my early education in Switzerland. Then when we came back to Nigeria, I went to Kaduna Capital School, where from primary 4 to primary 6. And then I went to Goma Girls College, Dala Kanu. Thereafter, I went to the UK. I wanted to be an architect, actually. I couldn't get into the university. My father said, no, he doesn't want me to go to Polytechnic. So I came back to Nigeria and I read business administration. So as I speak with you, I have 4 degrees in business administration.
I see.
I'm a professor of finance, the first professor of finance in Kaduna State University.
I see.
Maybe in my local government, I'm the first lady professor. That's your local government.
Yes.
So it has been a journey of really academics. Mm-hmm. I am an academic. I am into academics. Mm-hmm. And it's such a lovely world, to impact knowledge on people, on individuals, on students. I supervise projects, both undergraduate and postgraduate projects. I lecture all classes from undergraduates to MScs to PhDs.
I see.
So my life is so full,
academia.
With academia. People don't know what we go through, but it's a Herculean task.
I see.
And we try as much as best to give the best we can. I was the director of Karsu Consult. Okay. I was there for 4 years. When I finished my tenure as director, I went to the department to be the head of department. I was the HOD Business Administration for 2 years. And then the Vice Chancellor created a unit called Professional Certification Academy. And that is the unit I am currently holding and supervising.
I see.
Yeah.
Your resume says you have a PhD in business administration, but you're a professor of finance. Does this mean the 2 disciplines are synonymous?
Yes, you see, in business administration, we have 3 fields. We have 4 fields to be precise. Okay. We have finance, management, marketing, and actuarial science. So all my life, I've always been a finance person, right from undergraduate years. I've always been a finance person because that is what I know.
I see.
For my MSc, my thesis was on dividend policy.
I see.
For my PhD, it was on capital structure.
I see.
Now, post-PhD is investment decisions, because in the field of finance, there are 3 key areas. That is dividend decisions, investment decisions, and financing decisions. So now I'm into research in investment decisions.
I see. What attracted you to such a course? Usually people run away from disciplines with too much math, too much mathematics.
To be honest with you, in fact, my A-level, I had my highest score in mathematics. I did pure mathematics and I did advanced pure mathematics. And if you're in business, you have to, if you come to the business school, you cannot graduate without having mathematics. You can't even come into the business school without having mathematics. Mm-hmm. So I love mathematics, really. I've never had any problems with mathematics. Okay. Maybe when I was in my primary years, it was difficult, but over the years I picked up. And it's a very interesting a subject. I don't know why people get afraid of mathematics.
Because most of us found it very difficult.
It's so interesting. It's, yes. Well, many people don't like mathematics, yes, but yes. I understand it.
I see.
Yes.
You see, the corruption we see in African countries and even in parts of the developed world are mostly finance related. How do people get away with it, given that we have finance experts in almost all countries of the world?
You see, unfortunately, when we're talking about corruption, there are so many indices that actually led to corruption in Nigeria.
I see.
We need a mindset. Corruption has actually destroyed our economies.
Yes.
And you see, people like money too much.
Yes.
If you look at what is happening currently in our country, I begin to wonder, I say, all these people that have money, how many industries have they set up? And I know that people will be comfortable if they're gainfully employed, they have a source of income, they wouldn't really bother in, siphoning money, collecting so much money. But it doesn't all go well. Sometimes I sit down and think and say, look, how can people just acquire so much wealth that they don't even need? This is the wealth of our country. It should be channeled back into our country. We should develop our country.
Exactly.
Let everybody be comfortable. It doesn't all go well when you stash monies and then you put it inside soakaways.
Yes, and
I can't understand that.
Yeah, that's what I find amazing.
I can't understand
First of all, even in Nigeria, we have lots of finance experts like you, and then in countries abroad also. So, the question is really, how do they get away with it? How do they beat the system?
Simple. Our systems are weak.
Okay.
We have a very weak system.
I see.
As far as I'm concerned, the system is just not working.
I see.
There are some countries where the systems works and they don't get away with it.
I see.
But in our own case, it's very porous and it's poor. It's very difficult to correct it, but it should start from the head and then trickle down.
I see.
Yeah.
Is there any way that you people can come in? How is there a way you can make sure they don't outsmart you?
Well, you see, to me as a finance expert, I always say I have always been opposed to, getting debt loans.
Yes, okay.
And as we are now in Nigeria, if you look at our loan structure, it has gone out of all proportion. So as a finance expert, I say, let's patronize our own economy. We don't need to go out and get debts. Well, let us patronize the Nigerian capital market.
See.
Let's go to the capital market. If we want to source for funds for any financing, let's go to the capital market. If you see Lagos State government, they patronize the capital market very thoroughly. If they want to build a market, for instance, they float a bond, they go to the capital market. So it's high time we started looking inwards, Collecting loans is very expensive for the country.
Yes.
Our exchange rate is extremely poor. It's so bad. Servicing these loans are problems.
It's true.
Inflation is a problem. Unemployment is a problem. Our GDP has started growing slightly, but
since when, like how many years has it started growing?
When the current president came on board, his promise was that the GDP will grow slightly.
Okay.
IMF was saying that our GDP was going, I think, about 3% or 1%, which to me I felt was quite low.
Okay.
And this is where we are. Our GDP is just about 3%.
Okay.
If you look at the manufacturing sector, they're not doing so well. Why? Because of electricity, infrastructure deficit.
Yes, yes.
And we have issue of inflation. We have issue of people not having monies in their hands. The purchasing power has been eroded.
Yes.
So many manufacturing companies are faced with stocks unsold. That will affect the production process. Yes. It affects everything. So when we're looking at money,
yes.
because that's my area.
It boils down to it.
It boils down to so many things.
Yes.
It's attached. It's attached. But we as a country, we have to be very serious. Our government has to sit down seriously and think about, let's even cut government expenditure. Our government expenditure in this country, as far as I'm concerned, is too high.
I see.
It's overbloated. It's extremely high. We have a lot of areas that needs to be checked.
Governance, for instance?
Yes, our governance structure is very, very expensive.
Yes.
Governance in Nigeria is extremely expensive. If you compare to even developed countries, you find that we spend so much unnecessarily.
So
there are so many things that can be cut down. Let it channel down to the economy.
Okay.
So
do you have a forum of finance experts that can maybe do something about that?
You see,
Advocate?
we talk. We don't know if the government
You do
listens.
a lot of talking. Okay.
I have had series of interviews just before the current government came into power.
Yes.
I even spoke to the BBC. I've had a lot of interviews.
Yes.
Especially regarding our debt structure, And I was campaigning that we should reduce on the debt structure. Yes. Fine, it's good to have debt. But there's a level, or there is so much. There's a level that you can get to.
Yes.
Because you have to stop. By the time you continue, we're going to go to the poverty trap.
Exactly.
Now, it will be a situation where we'll not be able to pay our loans. And our debt structure is rising.
Mostly they say they take these debts in order to improve our infrastructure. And then we don't see the infrastructure more often than not. Are there any penalties that can be,
We can't sanction the government.
Okay.
We can't sanction the government because it's the government.
Yes.
But we want the government to have a listening ear.
Yes.
There'll come a time that they'll have no alternative but to stop on the debt structure.
I see.
If you look at it, our debt structure is high. Debt to GDP ratio is very, very high.
Okay.
I have always been against it. I remember when Obasanjo was in government, Okonjo-Iweala, the Minister of Finance, cleared our debts. We're debt-free. And I remember the country was making so much noise. Why did we use so much money to offset our loans?
Yes. The federal government says they have been paying governors out of this subsidy, whatever accrued from the removed subsidy. But of course, it doesn't reach the ordinary man. So what do you think can be done so that governors will, surely do something to help with the situation, like some palliative ventures or whatever could reduce the suffering?
I don't even blame the federal government. I don't blame the president. I blame our governance structure.
I see.
Because certainly the government, the president is giving them monies because the subsidy has been removed.
Yes.
But how are the governors utilizing these funds that have been given to them?
That's the point. Yeah.
That's the point. If you look at the security situation, if you look at the poverty level, if you look at education, you look at health, every time I hear people go on strike, the nurses are going on strike, doctors are going on strike, lecturers are going on strike, and it boils down to nothing but economic issues. Unpaid salaries, unpaid, there are some instances, infrastructure that has not been looked at. If you go to the hospitals, they're in decay.
Oh, yes.
The doctors are working in a very nasty situation. They're underpaid. They're stressed. The same thing with the lecturers.
Yes.
We don't have, our labs are not optimum capacity, and yet they want us to produce students.
Quality students.
So it's like, well, I'm talking about the north. I don't know about the south or the east or the west. But the northern problem, really, if you look at education, something seriously has to be done about education and health.
Yes.
And security.
Of course.
And security. So it is left for the governors, as far as I'm concerned, to ensure that the system works, the structure works.
I see. You did all your 3 degrees here in Nigeria at the Ahmadu Bello University, but you also did a lot of studying abroad. What do you think is responsible for the falling standard of education we see here? You
so
complain about it, and sometimes it's even visible. You see the quality of secondary school students, graduates even. Yeah. It's a bit worrisome. So what do you think?
Honestly,
why did we get it wrong?
It's a systemic failure.
I see.
A long time ago, we used to have teacher training colleges. Let me start from secondary school before I come up to universities. We had teacher training colleges. These are specialized institutions that train teachers. So I don't know who on God's earth came to remove that structure.
Oh, yes.
We even have technical colleges. Now we don't have technical colleges anymore. You see, these institutions are very key. So if the teachers are not sound enough to teach, definitely we're not going to have good products at the end. And we at the university, this is what we're faced with. Now, if you look at JAM, over the years, I've been seeing that there's always been a decline in the pass rate of JAM.
Yes.
And as a lecturer, I can tell you, I don't agree with JAM telling us to admit 150. In fact, they're telling us to take failures.
Okay.
Out of 400, they want us to take 100 candidates with scores of 150. It's not acceptable.
Yes.
It's not acceptable.
Not to have.
During my time, it used to be 180 and above.
Yes.
And you find that the federal universities, the big ones, they don't compromise on their standards.
Yes.
And I can tell you, by the time we employed candidates with 150 points, the performance was very, very poor. It means that they are not qualified enough to come into universities.
Exactly.
So they don't have to come to universities. This issue of paper qualification certification needs to be addressed.
Exactly.
I'm happy entrepreneurship is now coming to play. As students or children are being trained to do one job, skilled job or the other. Yes. So we need that. We need that.
Thank you.
But education, health, security is paramount for the government. It's government's responsibility. These are service industries, and it's the responsibility of government to ensure that they fund these 3 key institutions.
Yeah. So you teach a lot of students from PhD to master's program and down to undergraduate level. How do you manage that along with the administrative work?
Honestly,
what's
I can
a
tell
typical
you.
what's a typical week in your life?
Honestly, people don't know how I do it, and I say it's by the grace of God I do it.
I think so.
I take BSc students, I take MBA students, I take MSc students, and I take PhD students. Along the line, I supervise PhD students, I supervise MSc candidates, and even some few BSc. And the Vice Chancellor has now created a new unit, which is the Professional Certification Academy. So I am chairing that. I'm chairing that unit. Honestly, my schedule is a very hectic schedule.
Sure.
It is.
I'm a fellow. Is like
I'm telling you, I'm a fellow of about more than 10 professional bodies and institutes. I'm a governing council member of Institute of Directors. I was a 2-term governing council member of Nigerian Institute of Management. When I left, the president didn't want me to leave, but I said, no, I've done 2 terms. So let somebody come and continue, because I don't want to be there for life. She didn't want me to go, but I had to go.
Yes.
You know? So I'm in IOD, Center for Productivity and Services. I'm a governing council member there.
Where is the IOD? That's Institute of Directors.
Institute of Chartered Institute. It's in Lagos. Chartered Institute of Directors. The head office is in Lagos.
Okay.
I'm a governing council member.
Okay.
So you see, professionally, in fact, I just came back from Asaba today.
Yes, I know.
Because we had the Academy of Management Nigeria. Yes.
You arrived at the airport.
We had the Academy of Management Nigeria conference. I was the vice president of that academy.
Yes.
So we've done the elections and I've concluded my tenure.
Yes, okay.
That is an academic body as well. So I'm into a lot of professional and academic activities, and I can tell you it's by the grace of God. As I speak with you, there are some candidates I'm going to examine. MSCs in ABU, because I'm the external examiner. So it's like that.
So let's just say a typical week in your life is thoroughly hectic.
It's very hectic, but the beauty of the whole thing is that I have academic freedom.
Okay.
And I ensure I get so much rest.
Okay, I see.
I don't burden myself with so much work, because resting is very, very important. I rest a lot.
Okay, that's good.
I sleep.
Okay.
I ensure I have those hours. I maintain that.
Yes.
But I have time to work, to study, and do something, different. But it's very important, because sometimes when I get to school, I find it difficult to work. People just keep coming in. So my comfort zone is at home.
Oh, I see.
Yes, I hide myself. I do my writings, do my studying, readings, and all that. Yes.
Yes, I see.
But we thank God for giving us the energy
it's true.
and the health
That's very important.
to do what we do. Very, very important. And I exercise a lot.
Oh, that's
I walk a lot. Yes.
I see. Which exercises in particular?
I walk a lot. I do a lot of walking. Yes, I walk a lot.
Both your parents pursued careers. Which of them influenced your career choice?
All of them.
All of them? As you said, I once said you should
all of them.
Read finance?
No. My parents didn't have anything to do that. It's my choice.
Okay.
They never tell us what to do.
Okay.
I am an academic. I have my younger sister is a lawyer.
Okay.
My brother is a lawyer. My other sister is a banker.
Okay.
And the other one is a worker. She works with a company.
Okay.
So to be honest, my father is the kind of person that will not tolerate a person go to school and not work.
Okay.
Going to school
I just
and not
thought the
working.
particular career you chose, maybe it was something that was thought about and decided?
No. It was just my interest. It was just my interest. Yes. My mother was a principal.
Okay.
So she retired as a director in Kaduna State over 20, 30, 25 years back.
Okay.
She retired as a director in Kaduna State. She was a principal, a very strict person.
Okay. For sure.
So I come from a home where you have to go to school.
Okay.
All my aunties have gone to universities.
I was just about to ask whether there are any uncles out there saying, no, she's a girl, don't let her go.
Oh, no, they're all... You see, when my father taught me independence from a very long time ago. After my secondary school, I said I wanted to go to the UK. So At the dying moment, I said, no, I'm not going anymore. He said, fine.
Okay.
Then there was one man in the UK, he didn't see me. He came back to Nigeria. He said he has not seen me in school.
Okay.
And my dad said that I decided not to go.
Okay.
And he said, no. He encouraged me.
I see.
So daddy took me to UK. And when I went there, I was going to cry. He said, no. That he left home when he was a very young person.
I see.
So that was where my independence, was born.
I see.
So up to now, I'm an independent person.
Yeah, that's good.
He encouraged me very seriously. And I see the merit in that.
I see.
Yes.
So, well, we've been into that a little, but I'm still interested. How do you juggle the demands of your job with your private life? I'm just wondering, because you sound like a very busy person, especially what you said about the demands of academia.
Oh, yes. In fact, my private now is now eating into my academic life because it's preventing me to do so many things. Like over the weekends, there are so many activities. I want to rest, or I want to do some markings, I want to do some reading. There's one occasion or the other. Yeah,
weddings, maybe.
Weddings, But we need to cut it down because it will tell on me. As a researcher, I should be in a position where I'm not distracted.
I see.
But I'm a family person. I love all my relations. So I can't help it. If there's going to be a wedding, I have to attend.
Yes.
I'm a family person. I'm a philanthropic person.
Yes.
We have.
I was coming to that actually. I want to know exactly what you do in that family NGO.
Okay.
Yeah.
That NGO, my mother is the president.
I see.
She revived it. It's the descendants of Sheikh Umar al-Wali.
Okay.
So anybody that is a descendant of Sheikh Umar al-Wali is a family forum where we help the less privileged.
We have lots of Walis in Kano.
No, not Kano. This is Sheikh Umar al-Wali.
Okay, that's Kaduna.
Zaria? Zaria,
okay,
yes. Zaria, okay. Not Kano, Zaria.
Okay.
So we do a lot of philanthropic activities.
Yes.
We help those that are, needy. We help them in so many ways. During the Ramadan, we organize gifts, feedings. We even do a Ramadan lecture.
Okay.
Sheikh Umar al-Wali. So it's a very strong forum, and we're spread all over. We have some in Kano, but it's not the Wali in Kano, it's a different Wali.
Yes.
Yes, we have some in Kano, we have some in Kaduna.
You give them money when they want to venture into some business?
No, what we do, we have not started that yet, but what we do during the Ramadan, we give them, some food, clothing, for the Ramadan. Have And we have committees.
Okay.
I'm in the education committee. If anybody is looking for admissions, I have
sponsorship, educational sponsorship.
Mainly admissions. We have not gone to that yet, but I believe eventually we come to that.
Yes.
My cousin is a medical doctor. She looks into the health aspect of that.
Okay.
My sister is a lawyer. She looks into the legal aspect of that. So like that.
Okay.
You find that it's a forum. It's a family forum.
I see.
And my mother is into a lot of NGOs. She's the Amira of a lot of NGOs. She's the Amira of Sabil, and she's going to step down. She's been president for like so many years. They don't want her to go, but she has to go. So this is what they do as well, philanthropic activities. So she's so much into that.
I see. That's good. So how do you think we can stop this, even though you've touched on that a bit earlier, but how do you think we can stop this government ASU feud? It's become an annual thing. And it's affecting our students so much. Some people will say they will try all they can to send their children abroad because something you need to study in 3-4 years, you spend 7 years studying here because of ASU.
You see, I am a member of ASU.
Yes.
And if you look at our position in the universities, government has not addressed it.
Yes.
We are crying because we want the students to have better facilities.
Yes.
We don't have reagents in labs. You should see the infrastructure deficit that we have. And if government is not working towards that, then there's going to be a problem because education is very key for any development.
Yes.
Without education, no nation can develop. So ASU is fighting for such facilities. Our salaries were the least paid. A professor is taking maybe $300 a month, which is so poor. And with the increase in fuel prices, it has further escalated the situation for academic staff. Now, there is an agreement. Federal government has not sat down to implement that agreement.
Yes.
And that even agreement has been overtaken by so many events now. So the issue now is that welfare of staff is very key. The government has to look into that. Because we are producing children, we are producing doctors, lawyers, pharmacists, what not. So you have to look at the welfare of ASU. You have to look at the educational system itself.
Exactly.
Now, our population, I think about as high as 60% are young people.
Yes.
And like I told you earlier, we are in a country with a values certificate and degree phenomenon.
Yes.
Not everybody has to go to university. As I speak with you, our universities cannot accommodate all the students that are applying for entry into Nigerian universities, both the federal and the state universities. The private universities are not helping matters because they're very expensive. It's so expensive for one to take his child to a private university.
Exactly.
But education is expensive. Education is expensive. So ASU is not happy. Of recent, the government just came out with a policy that they want to give them loans. Why not asking for loans? We're asking for our entitlements to be paid.
Exactly.
We're asking for the government to look into the plight of the entire university system in Nigeria. If they want a very sound economy, education is very key.
It's true.
Health is extremely key. Security is key.
Very true.
So I don't like ASU strikes, to be honest with you. It disrupts the whole system. It's not good.
Yes.
It disrupts the system, the education, it disrupts everything. I don't like ASU strikes, but we have no option. That is the language that the government seems to understand. Just of recent, I heard on the social media that they were going to, I think, increase the salaries of political office holders.
Yes.
And yet nothing has been done with ASU.
No.
And then when ASU heard that,
as well.
they said they're going on strike. I'm examining candidates like I told you in Zaria. I was trying to see a situation where we do that before the strike comes, but there's nothing we can do.
Yes.
Because they told me they have their own timetable because they're examining PhDs and all that. So they gave me a time, but I'm praying that by the time I come to examine these candidates, ASU will not go on strike.
Yes.
But from the language of ASU, they're not really happy.
It's unfortunate.
It's very, very unfortunate.
Yes.
That is why you are seeing people, I don't want to leave Nigeria. Nigeria is my home. Why should I leave Nigeria? I've been all over the world, but Nigeria is my home. I don't want to go and start working outside. I want to work here. I want to develop our own country.
Yes.
So if the conditions do not, or these are things that what makes people leave. But we're not going to leave. We're going to fight it here. And we're going to succeed by the grace of God.
Inshallah.
And a very important thing is I have a traditional title too.
Oh, you do? So you're the Gimbia of Giwa?
No, I'm not. I'm the Torah Kaya.
Okay.
When I became associate professor, the Sarkin Kaya turbaned me.
Kaya is in Giwa
In Giwa local government,
Okay,
yes. And I can tell you, we produced the first civilian governor that was a chartered accountant. That's late Balaraba Musa.
Okay, I see.
He's an uncle of mine.
Kaya, oh?
Yes, he's a cousin of my father.
Okay.
And I'm so proud to say that we produced the first executive governor that's a chartered accountant.
Oh, yes.
A chartered ACCA UK, not even UK.
Yes, yes.
So, and he did very well for Kaduna State.
And he was very patriotic and ascetic as well. You know, his asceticism, I think his asceticism is still unmatched by anybody.
Yeah, people have their different views.
Yes.
I may agree with him, I may not agree with him, but at least we produced a governor.
Yes, he did.
So I'm a traditional title holder.
Oh, that's good.
And I'm a member of the Emirate Committee. I even chair a committee there in the Emirate Council. So I have a professional life, a personal life, and a traditional life.
Oh, that's very good.
They're all linked.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
So thank you so much for being with us. We've had a fantastic 30 minutes with our Amazon for today, Professor Maryam Abdu. I hope you'll be with us next week to meet another Amazon. Until then, have a great week.